The Tape Never Lies Network.
The tape never lies.
Tape never lies.
Starts now.
The tape never lies.
What's up, everybody? Yo, you guys have been asking for it. We are back. Better than ever. Unfiltered, uncensored, the good and the bad, each and every week, right here on the Tape Never Lies Network with me, your boy, Draft Dr. Phil. Oh yeah, what a week. The GOAT comes to town. We're going to start it off on the defensive side of the football, right here with Khalil Mack. Look at the first play of the game. We're going right into it, guys. I hope you had a great few days off enjoying this victory. But the Khalil, look at the rip down by Donovan Smith there. The referee's right there. This happens all the time. That's why I did the focus look on Khalil Mack. Here's Tom Brady dropping back to pass. You see Danny Trevathan flat-footed, waiting for the guy. Gronkowski crosses his face. You got to be ready. Get your hands off your knees. Anticipate this route. He gets beat. You see Gibson cleans it up. Give you a bunch of stuff here on the Tape Never Lies before we go Patreon. You see Bilal Nichols getting held, thrown to the ground, and like I said on the show, PFF gave Khalil Mack his worst grade. I think this is one of the best performances he's ever had. It's like football porn. Watch him take on the screen here, fight to the outside, come back inside, make the play. I mean, the guy's unbelievable. Here's Roquan Smith making a play, right? Gotta come in, control, make the play. Wrap up, square up, and finish. You see their tight end turns around and looks for somebody to block. But I wanted to point out, Roquan gets up, hustles, and still gets on the tackle. Something I'm seeing on tape here from Roquan Smith. The other thing defensively is the surprise, as I mentioned on our breaking news show, a kind of a spoiler alert, is Mario Edwards really right there fighting through it, saving a touchdown here with his presence and his pressure on Tom Brady. Normally Brady just drops that in the bucket for 6. Here's the Matt Nagy special. Let's run jet sweep toss. And why doesn't it work? Because there's no communications. Matt Nagy went crazy, apparently. I don't know if that's crazy, but he talked about the details. Yeah, coach. There's a missed assignment almost on every play in this game. Charles Leno needs to go up and block 54. He goes outside. David Montgomery and him are blocking the same guy. Here's Nick Foles, who, by the way, guys, showed so much toughness, so much heart. Here he is dropping the ball on the outside. Great throw out of the bucket. And I wanted you to see this because your center's getting blown into the backfield. The offensive line took turns this game on who's going to miss assignment, who's not going to play with fundamentals. Watch the center get blown into the backfield, Cody White here. And people want to grade on other sites David Montgomery. Well, you can't run counters, you can't run zone, you can't run really anything in your offense if your center is getting in the line of scrimmage, is getting moved into the backfield. You see J.P. Holtz trips over the center. He can't make the block, the kick-out block on the end. Barrett makes the play, but David churns for 4 on a play that should be shut down. Here, he's reading the hot read, gets it out to Cordero Patterson. I still don't know how to say his name. Cordero. Here's Nick Foles, his worst pass of the game. He's boxed in tight, and he does not throw over the top with a plant foot. This causes the ball to carry and thus miss an easy first down. Here we go again. I talked about this guy earlier. Mario Edwards fighting through, getting his hand, but really, let's watch this rookie carry the route. You want to run the route for the receiver as a defensive back. He is. How the ref holds that flag in his pocket is beyond me. Look at the effort here by Mario Edwards. You can see that this guy is not afraid. He's starting to feel and fit into the defense. But let's watch the offensive pass interference flag. Should have been thrown. This is something you really got to harp on here because this is going to be an interception as the rookie runs the route, turns his head beautifully. Action game. Want to see a better mesh. Nick gets back. Look at him get smacked in the face. Now this is showcase of toughness, awareness. He's anticipating this ball. I don't want to see one person, one little blog boy hate on Nick Foles. Let's watch the shot. Not only does he take on a pass off here. See Leno passes off to Daniels. They miss it. Golston gets skinny, and he is going to deliver a shot. Nick knows it's coming, but watch him anticipate the window, drop it in there, and Allen Robinson, being the consummate professional, coming up with the fingertip catch. Hey, get it there, make the play. Foles really showed me a lot this game. Here we go again, trying to run Bob. Look at what happens. Your offensive line, your fullback is not making any movement. Your tackles fall into the ground. The double team with the center, no, they can't get him out of there. Everybody's falling to the ground. Now, I get it. Tampa's a tough front. But if you play low with a flat back, then you're going to start winning some games. You're going to start running the football. They did not do that this game. Here's Nick Foles escaping the pocket, really extending the play, staying parallel to the line of scrimmage, having awareness, because here we go. The pressure's coming, and I don't know what Bobby Massey's doing on here. This is the hustle shuffle. Left to the right, to the right, to the right, to the... Well, I don't know what he's doing. And Jimmy Graham finding an opening and making a play, helping your quarterback. Didn't help his quarterback here on the back shoulder throw. Neither did the ref. This is a perfect ball. Allen Robinson shouldn't be jumping, but there is contact, as I said on Bears Hour Live. Immediately after every Bears game, we broke this play down, me and the smartest man. Look at the grabbing. Can't go across the chest. Even though he late reaches across to make a play, he's contacting there, impeding the catch. Should have been a flag. Should not have been a turnover. I can guarantee you this. If it was the other way, it was the GOAT, the flag's coming out. And I'm not even kidding there. But what are you going to do? You want to be a champion? You cannot put this kind of stuff on tape. Here's the GOAT. Tom Brady, off action, gets there, delivers. You got to make that tackle there. There's 3 misses. 1 with the rookie, 2 with the all-pro, and then 3 with the veteran captain. This is not how you win in this league. That has got to be put up on the board. Pagano's got to preach wrapping up and finishing. Don't wait for somebody else to do it. You got to do it. Now let's look at this play. Roquan is put in a bad spot because not only he's got to get outside because he thinks you're going to do a rub route. The rub comes underneath. He tries to get across Gronk, and he really catches up and tries to make a really good football play. This is all Nick Foles. It's a run play. He reads it, gets the matchup, and look at the effort by Allen Robinson. I love this. Quarterback sees it. Give your playmaker a shot. Watch him dip his head. Get underneath the tackle. Get up the football field. Even with oncoming, defenders, he's showcasing that ability to break tackles. Here again, you want to run zone, you got to be better. This is horrific. This is Missed assignment. Center getting blown off the ball. And blog boys are talking about David Montgomery instead of talking about the truth like I have for how many years now. Look at Daniels get beat by Ndamukong Suh. He tries to maintain and push it through, but look at our boy, the usher. And I'm not talking about the R&B singer. 7 o'clock on the dot. This is Leno with the drop top. He's pushing him right into the face of the quarterback. Look at this. Unbelievable. Look at the poor technique. You never get out over your feet, especially when you're action game. Don't be content. Control, slide, and mirror. He allows him. He almost pushes him in. Then you want to know why Nick doesn't have enough time here? But I'm going to tell you right now, Nick does a great job. The rookie receiver, as I said on Sean and Maya's show, as well as Bears Hour Live. The receiver has to snap his head back. Watch this. Get to the route. Once you got that guy off his route,
now there is a stumble.
You turning your head. You know the quarterback's throwing to that outside shoulder. A rookie mistake. He stumbles in the break, and this would have been a touchdown. Watch. Break. Turn your head. We're talking 6 more yards.
Hey guys, what's up? Sorry to interrupt, but it's time to handle a little business before we get back to the show. As you probably have already heard, my colleague Shane Marsaw and I are moving portions of our network to Patreon to help us offset some of the costs we incur to provide you and to continue to provide you the best content week in and week out. This will affect
Draft Doctor Phil's The Tape Never Lies
moving forward. So a condensed version, 5 to 10 minutes long, will be available every week here on the YouTube channel for free. We understand with the uncertainty in the economy, with everyone's everyday commitment, discretionary income is hard to come by. So we wanted you to still have access to a smaller version for free. The full, in-depth
Draft Doctor Phil's The Tape Never Lies
that you have all come to know and love will still be brought to you. However, it will be brought to you via Patreon, along with other premium Tape Never Lies network content and teaching for a small subscription fee of $7 a month. Yes, $7 per month. We wanted to keep that cost as low as possible because we understand today's environment. If you subscribe to the TapeNeverLies.com before 12/31/20, that will make you a charter member, and you will be locked into that $7 a month fee for a lifetime.
It's the best football analysis and teaching on the planet. Become a Tape Never Lies Network Patreon subscriber today.
As with anything, prices go up in time, but as a charter member, you will be locked in at that $7 per month price point moving forward.
Become a charter member for only $7 a month.
I hope you decide to join in and become a part of the Tape Never Lies Patreon team. Now enough business talk, let's get back to some football here on the Tape Never Lies.
Oh yeah, Patreon, please jump in there, join, subscribe, be a part of it. Love you guys. I appreciate all the support you have. Here they are trying to run that counter, and the devil's in the details because you're going to have a play here, but the running back trips up the guard, and again, it looks like a Chinese fire drill here in the center, and the guard, Affetti, trying to cover block, and it becomes chaos in here. Here's Nick Foles on a 3-step out of shotgun, forcing it in. Is really his second bad pass and decision of the night. You see this, though? Look at our boy, Leno, on a 3-step drop. Watch his getting out over his hands. His head's down. That's the worst position. You want that guy to come to you, jab, and it's just both tackles. In this game, we're lucky, and I'm going to say this for the record now. We're lucky that this quarterback is okay and upright based on their performance. So I'm hoping Nagy is accountable, like he should have, where his becomes his left foot. So when he caught that, he's still right behind the line of scrimmage. I mean, the line to gain. But there, right there, when he tries to come back for the first, his foot steps out. The Chicago Bears have had a replay coach dropping the ball since I can remember. Someone's got to get in there. That should have been replayed, and the spot by the ref was horrific. Here's Roquan Smith reading it right, gets pushed from behind. Thus, he misses the tackle. You got to look at everything in the game. During the game, you're thinking that he's coming free. You see the little push throws him off. I'm going to give him a pass on that one. But I just wanted to put it out there because he took a lot of heat. Here's Nick Foles again, trying to run that boot game. I have no idea what Darnell Mooney's doing here. There's no way you can run this play the way they've tried to block it, but Foles delivers, gets 7 yards on it, comes back, hits the big tight end, Demetrius Harris. I got to see more of this. Where's Cole Kmet, Harris, and Graham? Get them split out. Use their size, coach. This is where you could kill people with your passing accuracy on these slants, especially if they're going to try to zone you off, even if they're going to try to man you up. Look at Harris, Foles having a good connection there. Here, 5-step drop. He steps up, has the presence of mind in the pressure on third down to find the receiver. Look at this awful job by Bobby Massey, and David Montgomery continues to be your guy. Now they're trying to do a stunt here, a blitz. They get the guy free. They delay. The mic comes backside. Your guard is turned around, and Bobby Massey just not doing it. But David Montgomery, Nicholas Foles. I mean, what's going on here for me as a coach? I'm watching a quarterback dealing with the chaos, dealing with play calls and missed assignments, and dealing. And really, look at him step into this throw, deliver it on time. The defensive back actually grabs Allen Robinson's face and doesn't get a face mask call there. But Nick Foles showing me toughness, showing me accuracy, showing me the willingness to stand in the pocket and deliver the ball. There's a reason why he's dropping straight back, because he has to keep his eyes on and his head on a swivel, because this offensive line played so poorly. And I kid you not, it's a testament to number 9. Watch him drop back, deliver perfectly. Cordarrelle Patterson using him the right way. Get the matchup, coach. That's how you do it. You put the matchup. Speaking of matchup, Bears Hour live after every game.
It's the best Chicago Bears postgame show on the planet, bar none. It's Bears Hour live immediately after each and every Bears game, with host Shane, the smartest man, and draft Dr. Phil Otosha every Sunday, Monday, or Thursday, immediately after Bears games. Your guys, Draft Dr. Phil and Shane Marsaw, are live on Bears Hour Live. Subscribe to the show via the Tape Never Lies Network, which can be found on YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch. Bears Hour Live.
Started off BHL, and then the game.
The games that we play. Carolina Panthers coming up. Join me and Shane right after it. Here's the Bears at the goal line. Their first rushing touchdown of the season. Let's look
Good
at David Montgomery having a feel.
Moving.
Nobody blocking. Look at it. Remember we talked about the walrus technique? Look at your receiver getting the guy on the ground. That's the difference. So this is a receiver doing it in contact. Get him down. We'll take it. Imagine you having 200 or 180 more pounds on it. Now here is the play of the game. The turning point, the momentum. After you score, you come out, and Kyle Fuller, just knowing and reading the quarterback and having a football feel. When you have a defensive back, like I said on Bears Hour Live, as well as keeping it 100, Kyle Fuller is a top 2 corner in the league. Put it in the book. Look at that explosion. Let's do it. Boom, boom. Yeah, you got to feel that. Friday Night Lights. Well, this was technically Thursday night. Big turnover, heads up play by Robert Quinn. And then again, the John Stockton or the Sherman Douglas. How about Sherman Douglas, the fadeaway alley-oop? Look at him delivering this ball on a money ball. If this would have been a catch, it would have been a sight to see. This ball, as he's fading away, feeling that pressure, just drops it right in there. Some quarterbacks have touch, timing, and anticipation that's just jumps off the charts. Speaking of jump off the charts, probably the best catch I've seen in the last 6-7 years by a Chicago Bear. Look, you take that spike, Jimmy Graham. Adam Rank, you owe me 4 Jimmy Graham dances. Look at him. One hand, grab this ball. This is unbelievable. Throw, put it out there. Grabs that puppy out of the air. That's how you do it. And Jimmy Graham, for all those haters, really shutting up, I'll tell you that. Here's Robert Quinn getting no respect, but on tape, I'm telling you, he's almost there, causing pressure. Here, he gets up after he's been on the ground, forces Tom Brady to throw it, and Akeem Hicks, with his big paw, gets it up in the air, bats it down. That's when turnovers are going to happen. You continue to play like this. You don't want to play like this, though. Same play the Bears run. Backside trap. Now they're running to the front side. Here you go. Watch the center. Comes back. Blocks the nose. And Danny's got to make that play. And then our guy again. Eddie Jackson. Bojack. Can't miss this tackle. You're all pro. Square your shoulders. Don't worry. Just drive through there. Wrap. Grab cloth. And rip them down. That's what you got to do there. PFF grading Khalil Mack his worst game. Well, I don't know. This is football, just prowess, just poetry in motion. Look at him fight through the guy and then tosses him down. That's a 340-pound child who's an athlete out of Iowa. I love this kid coming out in the draft. Look at, he's got all he can deal with here. Look at that movement. The arm over rip, and then he tosses him. But the movement skills and the close on Brady is just a sight to be seen. He is everything I say he is and more. Here we go again, trying to run the football. What's the theme here? They're not cohesive. They're not moving that nose off the ground. Our guy, Alex Bars, doing the walrus, his first play in the game. Big loss in James Daniels. Our guys got a second play. He gets out over the top, gets beat, and lets up a sack. I know you're going up against a good football player there. You got to be better. Low man wins. Speaking of winning, Tri-City Sports presents Keeping It 100 every Wednesday night. This Wednesday, we are going to be jam-packed with all the segments, and guest star from Pawn Stars, Brett Maley, will be joining us. Friend of the show. Great dude. Look at this performance here, though. The offensive tackles continue to struggle, almost causing a turnover. Bobby Massey, it's got to be better than this. Your quarterback is not going to survive. I'm telling you right now, it's got to get cleaned up. I'm hoping that Coach Nagy is true to his word. I've heard him talk. Now you got to walk the walk. Speaking of walking the walk, I mean, come on, Tom Brady. This is Khalil Mack's moment, PFF. Sorry. He gets to him, spins around, understands where he is. Now he's got a guy on his back, ref. So Tom Brady's being fidgety. he's gonna turn and drop him to the ground. You can't, I don't understand how you're calling that a roughing. Then he comes back with a little pizzazz here. This is a blitz game here. First guy goes, he delays, comes in, gets held, saves a touchdown here as the rookie gets beat by Davis here. Khalil Mack, this defensive line has really kept you in this ball game with their pressure, this unending pressure on Tom Brady. You could movie Usher again, Leno, allowing him inside. Watch. Allows him and then ushers him to the quarterback. It's just awful. Action game. Nick Foles stands in there, delivers right on time. The Allen Robinson getting skinny, looking at it from behind. That's what I want to see. I want to see that mesh, make those linebackers feel run game. Here, Nick comes off and feels the advantage, throws it to the outside. I wish he could have let it out. Here's David Montgomery just having a feel and creating something out of nothing because their outside zone, again, the center is causing the chaos. And then I want you to see, look, the line of scrimmage is getting pushed in the back. He has the presence of mind to feel the cutback. Look at Leno making a block. Leno comes in, makes a block. There's positives, I'm gonna point it out. But look at the mannequin here, Allen Robinson. It's like the movie mannequin, just standing there. You gotta block to the whistle when you're working with David Montgomery. Allen Robinson, again, one-on-one. He's the playmaker. You're building these playmakers up. And this is what happens. You're getting a vibe here. And what happens? Bobby Massey, Charles Leno, the offensive tackles. Like I said to begin the show, this isn't made up, guys. We do the film study. This is awful. Look at the poor technique by both tackles here. Massey's too high. He's not low, square, and controlling. And Leno is way too high. Then he comes back. Now this is on David Montgomery. I want you to see. Draw play. Press to the outside. Know that you're going to the draw. Then cut back behind the center. You got two man there. He goes too far outside towards Leno. You got to stay inside there. He had a big time play. That's something he's got to work on because that would have been a big one. Again, no favorites. You know how much I love David Montgomery. Here's Nick Foles on third down. Guess what they're doing? Oh, they're running a hitch. Get it there. That's what you do. And settle for a field goal. Here's Tom Brady. Here's PFF's lowest game score. Khalil Mack. No. That's why I know my peeps come here for football. Look at the outside move and quickness to get underneath that. Do you even know how amazing this play is? Look at him stare at Tom Brady. Yeah, I'm going to be here all day, Thomas. I'm going to be here all day, and he was as tremendous as he was. Nick Foles stepping back. Fetty they're trying to do a double move here. They can't hold up. Confusion up front. It's been a theme all night with this team. Watch Charles Leno here. He has a chip, mind you, and he still gets beat. Mind you, other networks and people think this is okay. I'm saying no. Your quarterback's going to get hurt. The only benefit is a roughing call here, which was the right call. But let's look at his technique. That's horrible. That's JV football. Anybody, any offensive line coach worth anything is going to tell you that. And here he comes back again. And believe me, it doesn't get any better here. Look at him get low. He's going to get a shot on your quarterback again. Is this okay, coach? Is this okay? What is that? Is that the safety dance back in the 80s? Darnell Mooney saves an interception here. Nick Foles trying to get it out there. You're analyzing tape. You got to look at the whole picture, analyzing quarterbacks to properly assess them. Look at Bobby Massey. They're trading off, and he's got no technique. He's standing so high, you almost get a turnover. Guess who the stat goes against? The quarterback. Yes, you would be right. Here, Troy Aikman made a great call on, and I don't normally say that a lot, but Troy's right. Jimmy's got to wall off, become like Dennis Rodman, box out, and get to the football. Here, Nick Foles delivering. You got to be bigger. Could have been defensive pass interference, contact early. Wasn't called. Here, big third down. Nick Foles reading the progressions. I still don't understand how you're coaching down here in the game, needing to win, and you don't help Charles Leno there. But Anthony Miller, look at Nick Foles in the biggest moment of the game.
Checking
what
off,
is he doing?
Making
He's
sure the rub's
straight
coming
back so he can see the pressure. And yes, there will be confusion by Leno, who allows the pressure because he's not assignment strong. And David Montgomery, the same guy I've been hounding on, saying you need to get this guy. He's your best offensive player. Yes, even better than Allen Robinson. Allen Robinson's a close 1B, Cars. And here's Nick Foles with that Sherman Douglas, Timmy Hardaway, that fadeaway, getting the ball exactly to the window, anticipating it.
I still can't figure out
David Montgomery
Leno.
later said his eyes were wide open because he almost lost it in the lights. Biggest play for the offense right there, needing a first down. Here they come back. They're going to run this, try to run that counter, and it would have been a great play. One guy, a Fetty, trying to kiss, try to stay square. They make the play. You want to see a better job here. Hold on to this block, Jimmy. Drive those legs. Don't get content and let go. And then Bars showing me contact aggressive. Almost knocking the guy down. David Montgomery gets what he can. All right, up 1 point here. This is where Coach Nagy went aggressive. I would have ran the ball here, as I said on Bears Hour Live. I get the aggressiveness. If you're going to get aggressive, I would have went to Jimmy Graham there. But he goes down the field. Allen Robinson almost comes up with this ball. Great throw by Nick Foles. For me, I think you run the clock against Tom Brady, but the Bears did win. Look at it here. Almost catches it with his fingertips. And you know it would have been a great call. Speaking of great calls, tape. I love you guys. Appreciate all of the support as we move to Patreon, and all our shows continue to be broadcasted out there for you. I so appreciate you guys. You gotta love it. The Tape Never Lies Network. Just follow that. Become a Patreon member. We're gonna have all these live shows, pop-up shows, Zoom calls, breaking down the tape like nobody else out there in the Chicago Bears.
Never Lies Network.
If you think Khalil Mack is fucking rated, go to another network.
It's Bears Hour Live right after the game. Me and Shane with you guys jumping in. Thanks for the support. Patronage is open. We're going to have so much to get into at this network, breaking down this football team, the NFL draft, free agency, all of it every week, keeping it 100 Wednesday nights, pop-up shows over the weekend. Follow the Tape Never Lies.